Ladies and gentlemen, Fortnite OG's Butterfly event was one of the craziest events that we've had for Fortnite in a while. This not only could affect Fortnite OG, but also Chapter 7 and the entirety of the storyline for Fortnite. Guys, buckle your seatbelts because we have some crazy theories and also some Fortnite OG Season 7 leaks that so many people are excited about. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Yo, what is going on, guys? If you are new here, my name is Tricky. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure to use code TRICKYS, TRICKYS, in the Fortnite item shop. All right, boys, today was actually insane. If you don't know, Fortnite OG's Butterfly event was today at 2 p.m. Eastern, and there is a lot that is going to be changing in OG. If you enjoyed the event, make sure to like the video. Also, comment down below some of your theories on what could happen with Rev in the Cube, and also how hyped are you for OG Season 7, because I cannot wait. So the Butterfly event started all normally. You know, the cube spun around in a big loop and then was sucked down into the lake, leading us to transport into the other dimension. However, when we entered into the other dimension, we saw Rev in the Cube. There was energy going into the middle of the 0 point. Now, there is a lot of speculation here. Could this mean an endless loop of Chapter 1? That's what we were promised at the beginning of Fortnite OG, but stay tuned because that might not be the case. We might have a choice. Just listen. The return is insane. It keeps the storyline hyped, and we could see a change within the on-vaulting event. Instead of voting on which weapons we receive, we could be voting on whether we want the red cube or the purple cube. Well, what does this mean? It could potentially change the direction of Fortnite OG, either leading us into an endless loop of OG with Rev in the Cube, or going into Chapter 2 with the purple cube and continuing the story. These theories are absolutely insane, and we could be going on for hours and hours talking about just what could happen at the end of OG. But the good thing is that it is still a mystery. The cube is melting inside of the 0 point, as we can see here, and is infecting it. This could allow us to let the cube keep infecting the 0 point, or it could just be altering the reality. I think the cube altering the reality is the best scenario and what is most likely to happen. But something else was pretty crazy that I don't know is patched yet or actually was supposed to be removed, but the OG bunker was supposed to stop flashing red. However, after the event, it stayed flashing in the same Morse code saying Titans. Listen, the story is getting absolutely insane for Fortnite OG. There are also other things around the map teasing the arrival of Season 7 characters, such as AIM's parachute appearing in Flush Factory. Could we see the possibility of an AIM remix next season? Also, the best thing about the Butterfly event, and probably one of my favorite POIs, is that after we were in the in-between, we were reintroduced to Leaky Lake, and on DX12, this POI looks outstanding. That's what it was meant to be, a perfect utopia POI, and I think Fortnite did perfect that in their remixed event. Now, some people are pretty angry about Leaky Lake. There is an island missing on the bottom right. I'll show a before and after picture. This is what it's supposed to look like, and this is what it looks like. It's just a tiny island. Some people are freaking out about this. Guys, OG is doomed. I don't know what to say. So I wonder if this will affect not only the unvaulting event, but also the Season X event. It most definitely is. The good thing is that Fortnite is changing the way that they are doing the storyline with OG, which I think is great. Here's the thing. There's nothing to look forward to if they kept the original storyline, and Fortnite OG would just get super stale. I think 80 to 90% of y'all would agree with me. I do understand that y'all do want everything one-to-one, but this just makes things so much more interesting. Also, I have a very big question that not a lot of people have answered, and something that hasn't really been brought up. How was Revan stuck in the in-between? And why wasn't Revan the one that was brought up onto the cube island? Well, there could be obviously multiple answers to this. Revan the cube could have fallen into the lake, and after he was fully melted, it could have been possible that him and Kevin got into a quote-unquote fight in the in-between. Revan could be seeking to have the advantage over Kevin, and this could just be a fight that we're not seeing. Also, the biggest thing as well is that we don't know which reality Rev in the Cube is corrupting. This could be for the main Chapter 6/Chapter 7 game mode that we are receiving soon, but it also could be Fortnite OG. We're just not 100% sure yet, so we won't really know what will happen for the next couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, but I'm so ready for the ride. Also, there have been a ton of rumors, especially since the Simpsons event that we received for the end of chapter 6, is that the Dark Presence might actually have something to do with the red cube. If you're out of the loop, especially on Twitter, a lot of Fortnite's employees have been tweeting out that they are focusing a lot more on the storyline now, which I think is great for the game, not only for Fortnite OG, but also for the entirety of Fortnite. So if this is the case, I really don't have a lot more to say, but we could be seeing a Fortnite OG Season 11 like we have talked about in previous videos. Basically a Utopia game mode of every single loved weapon, POI on the map, and so much more for Fortnite OG Season 11. It is very, very possible that this could happen. I don't know how people would respond to that, but I think it would be something cool, especially for a mini season, because if you don't know, Fortnite OG has actually been extended to the end of November in 2026, meaning that we could be getting an OG Season 11 as a 1 month long season like the Simpsons season, Chapter 2 Remix, or Fortnite OG. A lot of people were sad that we did not receive a Chapter 3 Remix themed season this year, but I think it's for the best just because Chapter 3 isn't that nostalgic yet, and it wasn't one of Fortnite's peak player counts. Also, there have been some other theories arising about the 7. As you know, we are going into Chapter 7, and take this with a grain of salt what I say, because I'm not too knowledgeable on anything really past Chapter 1 storyline. The Last Reality could also have a big influence on the red cube, and again, I'll leave it up to you. What do you think will be the end result of the OG cube? Now, another reason why Chapter 7 could play a huge part in this, also maybe the Dark Presence, Last Reality, the 7, etc., is because we did receive a lot of Fortnite OG items on the Chapter 6 map. Not only the Chapter 6 map, but also Reload and Blitz. The Tomato Head, the Motel Sign, and many other items were rifted into the main Chapter 6 game mode with a red rift, which means that the reality is unstable and it's easy to travel. I don't know, guys, the red cube giving energy away and maybe rebuilding itself inside of the Nexus. Many theories with the Fortnite OG bunker, also things rifting out of the Fortnite OG island and going on the Chapter 6 island. This could be a very, very bright future for Fortnite OG and also the entirety of Fortnite's storyline. Also, if we see any changes with the Ice King, which we are not sure at all if the Ice King will be changing, but if he does, this could prove our point so much more. Will the Ice King stay blue? And obviously we'll keep snow on the map, but could we see things that change? There's just so much to look forward to in OG Season 7, including some lore with the remix skins that we might be receiving, because we did know a lot of the starting lore within Fortnite OG, especially in Season 4. The Visitor had a ton of quest lines saying that he has been there before and that it feels familiar, meaning that this is technically not the same Fortnite OG that we had back in 2018. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below some more of your theories. I'm so hyped. Also, if you enjoy Fortnite OG theories, make sure to join the Discord down in the description below or the pinned comment where you can discuss all of your theories in our general chat. But this is just so hyped because Fortnite OG was in a really rough situation just a few months ago, and it feels like we're back, boys. Like, this is going to be so awesome. Anyways, guys, it's been your boy Tricky, and I'm out. Peace.